Oh, jeez, again. My video's all wonking up. Also physical things, but that's beside the point. Uh, okay. I'm eating chocolate. Oh, hey, audio works. um, mm, I just want to add another share screen. Oh, screen 2. Show on screen. Are we good? Okay, full screen. Hide menu. Okay. Eat chocolate. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, chocolate. Yum. Okay. Right. Little Goody Two Shoes. Pen might be joining us. I'm not sure when. Put the chocolate away. It's starting to melt. Good chocolate. Get that in there. Don't need Dingus and Kingus trying to eat that. Okay. So, last time we were in the middle of witching hour, begging Elise to turn around. She did not. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're going further in. Oops. Now, what can you do? Okay. You are a phone. 11:15. Okay. I am so late. Oh, coffee. So good. Okay. Okay. So, I'm not even sure if it'll let us go back. Okay. Oh, there you go. I haven't come this far. Don't go this far. No, you should turn around. No, turn around. Turn around. I am begging you to turn around. I mean, it's not. It's really not. You're the only one who thinks that. I'll deal with Rosemary later. Need to get this phlegm out of my throat. There we go. Yoing. Some of these look like they have nests inside. They probably do. Several oddly shaped yet neatly carved ceramic pots and vases rest. They're ceramic. I want to break them. So mean. Up we go. Oh, thought I turned you off. There we go. All right. I'll make sure we're looking good. We are looking good. Okay. I see you've taken the Marquise's invitation. It's rather rude to arrive in such good company, however. To whom? You know who. to him. That's who the good company is for, not for his Marquise. I'm yet to understand what this Marquise nonsense is about. Not nonsense, not nonsense. Oh, shush, you feathered rat. Oh, no, pen not feel good. That's not good. Hey, look, another thing. How I loathe you, naive sheep, following his blissful word into this moonless hellfire of ours. What are you? We all fed his gluttony, one after the other, our sins unearthed, made into a spectacle for all to see. Who is he? Your fate is as one of us is sealed, you foolish girl. What in the Lord's name is she withering on about? Think I got it. Oh. Okay. So it's true. I'll never get used to you feathered rats screeching. She's here. It's best we move along. She brought the witch. What are they going on about now, Rozenmarine? You're in our lair, witch. You have no hand in this grove. You've got the wrong last crows. Now let us through. I suppose it's because of the hat. In our lair, the lair of Lord, Do you know who that is, Rozenmarine? You know him too. That golden crow's name? Yeah. It's best we move along now. Overall, we'll go with that, I guess. Such a dumb name. I'm sorry. What for, Rozenmarine? I'm aware I'm a little antsy, but this place makes me nervous, you see. That's all right, I suppose. I'm not too pleased to be here either, but I can't tell her I was hoping she'd be a little more supportive. I'm not even certain what I was expecting by bringing her here. Is everything all right? It's best we stick together, Rozenmarine. Hey, another one. You've met them. You're mocking me, aren't you? So are they. Those wretched blackbirds. All of them. His despicable vassals. What are you talking about? His faithful crows. Don't trust him, regardless of how friendly he appears. As if I trust that feathered rat. Hearty soup. I had a buzz. One sec. Oh, yep, need to respond to that. Sure. Sorry, you want to... Okay, that ought to do it. There we go. Okay. Back to what we were doing. And back here. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you're so dumb, Elise. You're so dumb. Okay. So dumb. There we go. Hello, birdie. Thank you. Boop. Okay. That's fine. It'll give me the day to get packed. Okay. Hello, Mr. Crow. Down we go. Okay. So that's a thing. Okay. There we go. Get some matches here. Okay. Dang it. Okay. But there is a pattern to them. So that is something. Okay. And we'll grab that. Go, leather purse. Okay, nothing over here. So we can. Oh, well. Okay, we did over here. Okay, we got there. I forgot about that one. Okay, been over there. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Oh, a thing. I want that thing. Okay. Oh, these are just matches. I got some corns. Okay. There we go. Got more corns. Yeah, you got me. Okay. There we go. Acorn. There we go. Okay. Oh, must have found where I needed to go. I had to use one of my corns. Oh, sad day. Wait, you... He sure likes to be chased around, huh? Come now, let's go before he decides to fly away. Because we don't stay here much longer. What do you mean, Rozenmarine? I don't think it's good to get too close to that crow. I suppose not. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, progress saved. Okay, good coffee. Crow slate. Comforting. What is this stone slab? Okay. Ooh, thing. Crow slate? What is this stone slab? Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I'll take that. Grape juice. Ah! Yeah, I deserve that. And put that in there, I bet. Seems to me something's supposed to fit in here. But what? I have a pretty good idea. Hey! Okay, listen here. I came out to have a good time and I'm feeling quite attacked right now. Yes. Bloop. A bloop. Bloop. Honestly, first playthrough, no regrets. Oh, I'm stupid. Here we go. Seems to me something's supposed to fit in here. But what? Items, crow slate, use. I don't know if this is going to help me out at all. But, okay, so there looks like there's going to be one more crow slate. Come here, crow. Wow! Fancy seeing you! Fancy seeing you! I still don't understand what you want from me, crow. Your resolve! Your resolve! Oh, I have plenty of that. Don't provoke him. Provoke me! Provoke me! Follow your instincts, lass. Pay no heed to this creature you've brought along. She's no creature, you wretch. Yet since you insist. What did you do to those horses? You've taken them from Kieferberg, haven't you? Far from the truth, far from the truth. Oh, spare me. That old geezer's offering wasn't meant for me, Lord. Oh, it was meant for her. Huh? What are you? An offering, an offering. This is all. Oh, wait, I'm not certain I follow, Crow. Pity you didn't get to enjoy it. Pity you didn't get to enjoy it. That's this wretch. What's this wretch talking about, Rozenmarine? Find me the wheat field. Find me in the wheat field. Wait, I still have. Okay, then. He's not one to sit and chat, is he? I suppose not. Come, Rozenmarine, we'd best get going. I still have plenty of questions, but okay. Yes. Here we go. Onward. Yep. Okay. Good info. Good info. Okay. I'll put you. Oh, wait. Wrong button. There we go. There's probably a fast button for that, but I don't know what it is. Crow slate. Oh, ho, ho. What's this stone slab? Yep, and okay. Now we can go the other way. Okay. Okay. Oh, I keep hitting that wrong button. And seems to me I keep hitting that wrong button. Why? Okay. We could probably use a little more heart. Well, I think I have some. Oh, good. Okay. Get our sanity. Eat an acorn. Actually, no, I don't want to use all 3, so acorns will do. That'll do. Okay. Never walk through an arch. Hey! You gonna give me more stuff? Hi! Oh, how long it's been, I wonder. Tell me now, how long has it been? Since when? Since you were bamboozled by one of us. Why, you... I'm not like the others. I'm not one to share my sorrows. You'll be joining us soon enough, whether you like it or not. Out of my sight, you. Look at your face. Look at your face. Oh, for goodness sake. Everything in here is infuriating. I like that one. She didn't give me anything, but I like her nonetheless. She gave it to me straight. Halt there, lass! Halt there, lass! Oh, what is it, Crow? Show it to me, that brooch on your chest. You'd best not. You can see it plenty from where you're perched, wretch. Look how it shines! Look how it shines! Come closer, lass! Come closer, lass! Oh, get your own brooch, you greedy crow. They do like shiny things. There we go. Bye, Rozenmarine. I had to go find Rozenmarine. I mean, she didn't go very far. Okay, let's get saved. Boop, boop. Because I think we're coming up on the end of the time here. Not my time, but this area's time. Impressive, lass. Impressive, lass. What's gotten into you, Rozenmarine? Who's Rozenmarine? Who's Rozenmarine? Ever since we got here, you haven't. Who's Rozenmarine? Who's Rozenmarine? Rip. Closer. We're rather peckish. Rather peckish. I'm telling you, stay away from me. Could eat a horse. Could eat a horse. No, wait. May the flesh serve him. May the flesh serve him. Oh, I thought for sure she was a goner. Wheat Testament. Acquired Wheat Testament. Great. The flesh? My own hair, part of me. My mortal body. Just like Rozenmarine told me. Oh, I must find her. Lord knows what those crows did to her. You were very stupid. Not so very bright. Listen, there's some masochists who would enjoy this. I'm not one of those. Sup, boo? Ooh, pretty art. Can you hear it? The woodland, my grove, it's aching. What are you saying, Rozenmarine? You've lost your wits the moment we got here. Even under the influence, it's still... I'm serious, Rozenmarine. That's enough. It's aching for what was taken from its bosom, Elise. Now that you're here, it's reacting to you. I still don't understand, Rozenmarine. What are... Can you hear it? Hear what? These roots, the earth. Crow. That's awful for me, isn't it? They'll guide you to your rightful place, Elise. I don't have time for this nonsense, Rozenmarine. I've done what I came here to do. We ought to leave. To the womb, Elise. Where you were conceived. Where you will go to meet your fate. You're not listening. To think he is once more trying to take you away from me. Turned my bosom into this parched wasteland, and yet this womb of mine still responds to your presence all the same. I will bring you home, Elise. I will do everything in my power to... Take my hand. What in the Lord's name? I will bring you home, Elise. Come with me, Rozenmarine. We have to get out of here. Well, that's horrifying. Hate that for me. Definitely hate that for me. Wow, I could not think of a more unfortunate... I'm going to die. Damn it. One sec. Okay. Nothing I need to worry about. Okay, yes. Well, that happened. They won't let me fast forward this part. They're probably like, nobody's dumb enough to actually die at that. And then here I am, immediately dying. We don't need to add the fast forward feature here. Nobody's gonna die to this thing. They're gonna know to run. Yeah. Yeah, still hate that for me. Actually, I do find that interesting. Demons, in the grand scheme of things, like to use the iconography of like the cross and stuff because they like to pervert it. Humans do a pretty good job of it themselves, but you know. Also, crucifixes were not necessarily only a Christian thing either. They were often used as a form of execution. Horrible, horrible, excruciating ways of execution, and they had multiple different ways of crucifying people. Most of the 12 disciples ended up being crucified. Peter notably was crucified upside down, but basically they hang you from a tree. Yeah, it's painful, it's agonizing. Usually, one of the reasons Jesus's account is always so interesting is because he actually died up on that cross. Normally, what would happen is the people up on the cross would basically sit there suffocating for hours, and then eventually everybody would leave, but eventually they'd be so emaciated and unable to move. So if they would be taken down from their crosses, and then their legs and their arms would be broken, and they would be left there basically in excruciating pain on the ground to starve to death, or suffocate to death. And just an awful, awful way to go. It was reserved for the worst of the worst. So, yeah. Fun biblical facts that are not necessarily so fun. Okay, where were we? Run. That's right, run. Oh, it's got a kind of cute bonnet on it, doesn't it? Oh, because you're just supposed to dodge. I'm dumb. Hey, freedom. Let's save here. Wow, it's so nice to still be alive and not crushed. Okay. Yeah, but most, I believe, areas of the world had, at one point, a form of crucifixion. Damn it! Opened my big mouth and got yacked. Sorry, Lace. I'm not doing very good at this whole keeping you alive thing, am I? Yes, I want to continue. Okay, then. Rip. In my defense, Elise, I did tell you that it would be in your best interest to turn back early on, and we didn't because you wouldn't let me. So, really, this is your fault, or more so your developer's fault. I can only do so much. Okay, hate those spikes. Okay, there is a pattern, though, I'm starting to see. So let's see if I can get that pattern on this next one. They're hard to tell where they're going to set. It's Rozenmarine. Okay. We did it! We didn't die! Hooray! Dear Lord. Is it gone, Rozenmarine? I suppose. What was that? They're preparing for your arrival, it seems. That's me. I've never seen him this eager, I must say. What in the Lord's name is going on here? You'll slip away. If I don't hurry, I'll lose you. Rozenmarine! What's wrong with you? Really? That's great. How are we going to do that? A statue of me. Trying to lure you in, is he? Huh? Isn't this what you most desire? Glory, luxury, prestige? He's trying to show you that. Well, let's get out of here, Rozenmarine. I want to break that. Thank you. Acorn. I got more corn. I got the corn. Yes. Yee. Yee more corn. You know who'd like corn? My bestie Nana. Also Pen, but neither are showing up today. They've abandoned me. Oh no! Oops. Well, that's how it be. Oh, I felt that one. Felt that one deep in my chest. No. Fudge. Okay, that attack box is a little bit too far out, in my opinion. Okay. There we go. And we've done this already. So I wonder if Rozenmarine is caught in a time loop. It's highly possible. It's not out of... This is based off of kind of that 90s style anime. So Madoka more to it. Say we wanted to reference Magical Girl Utena or Sailor Moon. It's not out of the possibility that they would run with a time loop character. Okay. Get my corn. Okay, ready? Let's run. Oh, what a silly boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come quick. You have to get up. I will lose you again, my beloved. If I don't hurry, you'll slip away. You're not Rozenmarine. Well then. I would have rather gone with a time loop character personally. But that's just me. Oh, what am I to do? I feel so confused. You should. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. That wasn't Rozenmarine either. Oh, what am I getting myself into? Good question. I'm so utterly alone. You should have asked yourself that, I don't know, a long time ago. Let me guide you, Elise. Yeah, I think Rozenmarine is actually the old broad as well. He's the goat. Oh, I love this. Wild and wandering thistle. Oh, I love this. One sec. Oh, backstory. Oh no, she's a scruff. Aww. I was listening to that, thank you. Ugh, dang it. When did I get here? No, I'm still mad. I was listening to that. I was enjoying that for once after you made me go through all the horrible, horrible things. But yeah, a lot of witches in these times when they were being persecuted were not necessarily bad people, and they didn't necessarily do bad things, or at least there were some, but a lot of people who were, let's just say, a lot of the most of the bad witches got away, and a lot of the people who ended up being were not witches, or at least not mean bad witches. A lot of people at the time, they were say you practiced herbalism and stuff like that. They were yoinked, and it was just kind of sad. Yeah. When did I get here? That dream I had about Rozenmarine. And witches were always women. So that happened. Yeah. Women should be seen, not heard type of mentality. But that's how it is. I'll have to fight her. My eye! That wretched crow. I had to find Rozenmarine. Okay. Yeah, in general, Christians are not supposed to be dealing with like witchy stuff. It's not necessarily. It's frowned upon, really, but mostly it's because we're supposed to trust. But I've never found, like, one of my friends likes to do tarot readings. Sometimes it's fun to do one, but I don't actually take them very seriously because a lot of them are very vague and they don't really do a lot to help you. There's a lot more concerted things you can do other than tarot cards. And at the end of the day, the tarot cards are really just reflecting, they're mostly just reflecting who you are as a person. So you're like, oh yeah, that's totally me. And yeah. Now, Ouija boards. Oh, we don't mess with Ouija boards. Them things bring nasty stuff. When I went to my primarily Christian college, the pastors and all of the fifth floor of our residential building was haunted. And by haunted, I mean extremely haunted. Very haunted. There were actually, Nana has some good stories because Nana had one of the vicious ones. Mine mostly, I told it, I turned around and threw something at it and kind of swore at it a little bit, and it never bothered me again. That's what it gets for killing my plant. I was like, that's my plant. How dare you? You stupid. But yeah, but they refused to believe that the fifth floor was haunted. And come to find out, yeah, they had actually confiscated a Ouija board on the fifth floor. And so they never bothered to purge those nasty little spirits. And so all this bad stuff was happening up there. Like, for one, I got placed with roommates who were hitting me and just being mean to me. Things would move around. Invisible creatures would walk around. And these were not the malicious ones. The ones who were Nana was funny. Nana was like, the second they flipped our cross off the wall, we knew it was time to get real. And so they just purged. They did you're supposed to have a pastor, but you don't need a pastor in order to purge demons for the most part, unless they're really nasty. Really nasty ones need a pastor to purge the demon. But you can pretty much, if you read scripture, sing a few songs, holy water often kind of comes in handy. But like, you clean the place, you open the windows. Opening the windows helps because it pushes whatever's in there out kind of back into the wind. It works for some reason. I can't tell you why it works, but I know it works. Yeah, maybe I'll request Nana to come join me so we can talk about that a little bit, because that was some nasty stuff. And we both saw Top Hat Guy. I ever see him again, it's on site. I don't care that he's a demon. I don't care. It's on site. That motherfucker's going down. I don't care. I will fight him. It's not an invitation. That's a don't come near me, jerk. I hate Top Hat Guy. But yeah, where were we? Now on some, maybe that can do something we do on the next ship show. We can kind of talk about that kind of stuff, because it's very interesting living it in real time and then having the people who are supposed to believe you about that stuff and do something about it basically tell you you're crazy and not do anything about it and kind of leave you to your own devices. And so most of the time, little spookums aren't really a problem. You can coexist with them pretty easy, but you get a nasty one in there and you want them gone. You got to get rid of them. Otherwise, they're just going to draw worse and worse and worse ones. And it's just, yeah.
Good morning, Elise.
Good morning, Elise. Have you completely lost your wits, Rozenmarine? Last night in the woods, what were you thinking, saying?
I'm sorry.
I wasn't. You weren't yourself, Rozenmarine. What do you mean?
Out with it.
Oh, don't give me that now.
I
I didn't even step foot in the woods. You were with me the entire time, Rozenmarine. No, I wasn't. I couldn't follow you into the woods. The trees blocked my path. You went on ahead no matter how much I called for you, and I did wait for you, but you never came back for me. If that wasn't Rozenmarine, then I wouldn't Lord say it was the witch. You look a little... You can talk to me. You don't have to keep it all to yourself. I had a dream about you. It was... Elise? Oh no, she's cute. Ah! I saw you and your grandmother. I felt like I was seeing my path to finding you in Kieferberg. Oh, Elise, it's fate. Fate, you say? You still don't believe it, do you? Hard not to after last night. Oh, did you get it? Huh? Why the testament, Elise? Yes, those crows, I was offered a strand of my own hair and... Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. All you need to do is prepare it to be eaten. Eaten? Remember, these are gifts you're giving to him, Elise. But it's hair. Yes. A part of your own mortal body, yes. Gifts for the host, food, drink, and good company. Food, you say. The tender flesh needs to be food. You look tired, Elise. Is everything all right? I feel like I'm losing my wits, Rozenmarine. Elise, come now. Let's head out to work. Everything's falling into place, Elise. You'll see. Okay. Off we go. Say, Elise, I've been wondering about that room upstairs. Granny Hole's bedroom, what about it? Wouldn't you like me to clean it up as well? There's no need. I don't put in there, all right? All the more reason to give it a good sweeping. I haven't been in there since she passed, you see. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elise. I didn't mean to. That's all right. In fact, I don't even have the key anymore. I locked it up the day she passed, and I don't know where I put it. I understand, Elise. I wonder what happened to that key. Knowing myself, I may have thrown it off the peaks. I'd believe that, actually. It's a goat. Bah, it's a goat. Bah, bah. Oh, what am I doing talking to a goat? It's a goat. You should always talk to goat. The goat is a good boy. I should check to make sure everything's working. Oh, good. Everything's working. Okay. Whee! Oh, I didn't save. Oh, well. So pretty. She's like living, like, she has a house with a garden. Uh-oh. Oh, there's so many crows. What are these crows doing here? Elise? This can't be good. I'd best hurry. Get. Boop. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of crows. In we go. Today's wheat plant is probably dead. It's more corns.
Oh, there you are. Lepkuchen asked me to warn you two. What happened, Granny Gretel? Oh, poor Apfel struck a dreadful... No! Lepkuchen and Lisbeth were up all night looking after him. Is he all right? Seems so, but after that high of a fever, I wouldn't want him frolicking about too much.
Where is he now, Granny Gretel?
In church, I believe. Lepkuchen said Father Hans intends to keep watch over him today. Good.
Father Hans.
Oh, it's one thing after another here in Kieferberg, isn't it?
Oh, Granny. Okay. So we can't meet Lepkuchen by the bakery. She's in the church. Okay. Where are we looking at? Okay, hearts. We can actually plus 2 hearts. Let's do this. Okay. And one of these. Eat my corns. Gotta get them corns. Scare off all the ratted pigeons. No. Pigeons are good boys. These guys are mean.
I don't think I've ever seen so many crows at once.
Come, Rozenmarine. We must find out what's going on. Sweetheart, I hate to say this, but this is definitely your fault. Something I'd say is worth wondering about, Rozenmarine, is how Flock lost his eye. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, I've always wondered about that. I suppose he must have gotten injured or... Could have been a branch, or he might have fallen, perhaps.
It doesn't seem like he's in pain, at least.
Oh, how I wish I could talk to him. I have so many questions.
Such as,
why he followed me, firstly.
Your hat's made of hay, so that's my best guess.
Oh, and I'd ask him his name, too.
Isn't it Flock?
I was the one who thought of that. It's not really his name.
He's a goat, Rozenmarine.
Why, but he still has his own character, Elise.
Oh, we're done wondering about useless things, Rozenmarine.
Oh, but it's so much fun, isn't it?
She's not wrong. It is fun. Get. Oh, hi. Oh, wait, nope, don't come in. Don't come in.
I'm not coming in.
Don't. No, don't. Shush, Mom. Don't talk. Don't talk. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. That was just my mama. I don't want to put people's voices on the internet without them wanting to be on the internet. So we talked. She just had a question about one of my cups. So my mama's a good mama. I just don't want her voice to be all over the internet if at all possible, because I'm choosing to actively put my voice on the internet. So that's my own. So especially with AI, the less you put your voice on the internet, probably the better, quite frankly. Because we don't know where that stuff's going. So, but no, she was just asking about a cup, and I love my mommy. Like I said, Miss Linda's my favorite here because she has my mama's name. Okay. But just a security thing. Who knows? Maybe eventually they'll want to join me for a game or something. We can watch my mom drive backwards on a Mario track. I'd best go lend the lads a hand, Brunhild.
No, Guido, please don't go. What's going on here? You don't mean you haven't seen them, do you? I've seen them before anyone else in Kieferberg, as you know.
My, you ought to know something about this then.
Oh, please, stop with that nonsense, Miss Wilma.
Those wretched things broke into the windmill, Elise. Hence why I'm best head back there, Brunhild. She's pregnant, Guido. Don't let her get worked up.
They broke into the windmill, Mr. Guido?
Stole our grains, the bastards. I must go, Brunhild. I can't stand here all day.
Oh, Guido, what if they attack me while you're away?
Got a good point. Got a good point. Got a good point.
These are all...
Oh, okay. Oh, this is different. Unless I just didn't see it before.
Mrs. Odeley? Don't tell me you're hiding from the crows. I'm not going anywhere near those dreadful things. Oh, this is all your fault. How is it our fault, Mrs. Odeley? You two are hiding something. I know it. Oh, Jochen's been taken for a fool, but I know you. Is this because of what I said yesterday, Mrs. Odeley? All these awfuls go on? I understand it's frightening, Mrs. Odeley. Oh, but these poor children are now. What are you? Shoo, let me be you.
And the fear begins to creep. Get, you feathered rats. I probably shouldn't say that. They will come for my kneecaps. Okay. Hi, doggy. Okay. Okay. There we go. Fully packed in golden, the wheat heads sway gently in the spring breeze. So it looks like the good news is that the wheat is still intact. So that's good, but they did lose all of their grain in the grain bin, which is not great. No use whining about it, Jacob. That's a no. But Granny, what's wrong, Mrs. Marlin? It's Apfel, lass. He came down with a fever last night. I've heard, yes. Do you know if he's feeling better, Mrs. Marlin? He is. It seems his fever has gone in the morning, but Lepkuchen said the poor lad was delirious. Oh, please let me go see him, Granny. Absolutely not, Jacob, and that's final. Where is he right now, Mrs. Marlin? In church, I've heard. Oh, I could go wait for him by the fountain. Wait for your father to come back, Jacob. I wouldn't want you at these birds' mercy either. He would get attacked by birds. Oh, Jacob, you would be. But Granny, this also goes for you too. Don't go near those crows, you hear? Oh, but have they hurt anyone? Lord knows they could. It's true. It's true. Even if they seem docile, it's best not to mess with them because they could. They're still animals, even though they are highly intelligent animals. Like, it's one thing to leave out a gift for them and like give them food, but it's another thing to just approach them willy-nilly. I should have believed you last night, Elise. I suppose. Not that it would have prevented anything, though. Oh, the dreadful thing. Things are everywhere. They've been circling the windmill all morning, you see. The lads are still up there trying to do away with them. Circling the windmill? What for? Why to steal our grain, Elise? Those crows are a bad omen, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to lend old Jochen's notion anyway, but we should give them some thought, I'd say. Now that's a bad omen. I don't know, Elise. You kind of actively caused this. But I suppose she might not see it that way. She's not bright. She's not bright. Mm-mm. I'm going to go visit the kid in the church first before I move the story forward. Yeah, they gotta make sure that everything up. Oh, but they're not dangerous. But yeah, neither of the two girls, I believe, are the witch. In fact, it's possible Granny might have just faked her and is basically doing shenanigans. Actually, Penn and I had a very interesting conversation yesterday where we kind of talked over the events of the game. And it was a good conversation. Next time we should actually record it. I'll take good care of it, Father. There's nothing to see here, Elise. You best head back to town.
You were the ones who first saw these crows.
Oh, you were the one who first saw these crows, weren't you, Elise?
It's not as though you folks believed me when it mattered.
I said it last night and I'll say it again. You're hiding. It matters not, old Joe Chen. We must focus the matter at hand. We all had our fill of trouble last night, didn't we? We don't need any more yelling, that's for certain. Now, they didn't steal that much grain, folks.
How much did they steal, Mr. Gustav?
About a sack in total. We got here in time to prevent the worst. Hey, good job. The darn birds were building a nest in the oven. Okay, that's funny, actually. Especially coming from Bernard. The darn birds were building a nest. I'm pretty sure I've heard my grandpa say something similar, except with like that darn bird built a nest in the fence, or that darn bird built a nest right in the gutter of the house. Oh, it's so funny. We ought to give a good scrubbing later. It doesn't seem they're keen on attacking us, at least. We've locked it up and trusted Eugene here with the key for now. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to watch over that grain bin now every night. I appreciate the trust. Of course, especially after all of yesterday's goings-on.
Because he was stolen from, or because he has no horses to steal the grain with?
Probably both. I mean, not having horses to steal the grain with does ensure extra trust, I will say. Who's to stand guard here, then? Before we get to that, Bernhard, there's something I'd like to say. We're all well aware of what happened last night. However, we ought to stick together, folks, now more than ever. You heard the man. Kieferberg is what we make of it. Don't forget that. I ought to head back to the church. Oh no. Okay, how long was I out? Oh, no. I hate when that happens. How long was I out? Sorry, I gotta check to see how long I was out. There we go. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Okay. Okay, so it looks like Okay, so it looks like we only missed like the past few seconds. So it looks like we only missed. Not bad. Okay. We're good. Everything's good. We didn't lose too much. Nothing of substantial. Basically, we just missed the transition. So we're good here. Stream's still going well. It's only 12:30. My thing did get rescheduled, so I don't actually have to be anywhere today. Still, I still want to end at a reasonable time. So we'll probably go till about 1 o'clock. Yeah, and that'll be fine. Okay.
Mr. Barnhead said the crows were trying to make a nest in the oven,
Which is hilarious.
I suppose it's a cozy little nook. I don't see what's so... There's an oven in the windmill, right?
There's always been an oven in the windmill.
Rozenmarine, what's your... A tender flesh, Elise? Wouldn't this be a good way to prepare it?
No. Making bread out of it, you say?
Maybe you could ask the town if they'd let you in.
That's rather risky, Rozenmarine.
I suppose, but
I can't think of any other way either. Not if I want to find him.
It's worth a try, I'd say.
All right, I'll see what I can find out. Doesn't she have... Okay.
Say, Rozenmarine, you know how to sew, don't you?
Somewhat, yes.
That explains it, I suppose.
Explains what? Why the patches on your dresses are so clumsy. We could ask Mrs. Marley to help you, you know.
Oh, but I quite like my dress.
That's all right, but I'd say you deserve better, newer clothes is all.
I don't need better, Elise. This is my dress. It's been with me for years now. All of these patches and tears mean something to me, you see?
What does that moon-shaped one mean, then?
Oh, this is from an old blanket of mine. It brings me comfort to have it with me wherever I go.
And the squares?
Granny patched it for me when I fell off a tree. I can't bring myself to part with it now that she's gone.
Fine, you have your reasons.
I appreciate the thought, Elise.
Aw, that's so cute. I'd say they snuck through the roof, Gustav.
When did you realize the crows were in the windmill, Mr. Ludwig?
Heinrich came about to collect some flour this morning. He was the one who gave the alert.
So you've locked it up, have you?
We must keep the birds out, Elise, or they'll take all our grain.
Maybe if you scattered some grain elsewhere, Mr. Gustav, then the windmill could still be available, and...
We've thought about that, Elise. Nobody was in favor of wasting any more grain, lass.
Ah, I see.
We ought to keep a close eye on the windmill, Elise. You can have a word with Eugene, perhaps.
No, of course.
Better days will come, lad. When I'm settled in Primaldarf, God willing. Don't make hasty decisions, Eugene. What is it, Elise?
With the key to the windmill, even.
The lass is right, Eugene. It's a shame for you to leave. Nothing I can do about that, folks. There's nothing left for me here in Kieferberg, you see.
I still think everyone would miss you, Mr. Eugene.
Please reconsider. No, I've made up my mind, but I do appreciate it, Elise. Even this key, I will only be holding on to it until the evening.
Until the evening, Mr. Eugene?
It's too much responsibility, lass. I'm not too comfortable with it in my pocket, I must admit.
Why not hand it over to someone else, then?
I could take it to Mr. Gustav if you'd like. That's all right, Elise. There's no better place than Kieferberg, lad. Oh, he's a good guy. I like him. I feel so bad for him. Oh no, Piggy lost its saddle. Poor Piggy. He looks so good in that saddle. I wonder why they're circling the windmill. It's not because of the grain, that's for certain. It probably is for the grain. Honestly. They may be smart birds, but they're still birds. Hello, bird. Unlike chickens, who are just dumb. Ethel's fever was rather serious, it seems. I'd best pay him a visit before I head off to work. Let's go this way. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Whee! Okay, so it looks like people are in pretty much the same position as they were before. Here we go. Bum bum bottom. She's so certain Rozenmarine and I are hiding something. Did Miffy spread this about town, or... Actually, I think Miffy's been pretty straight up. Not gonna lie. She's just gaslighting us for food. Mrs. Brunhild's rather insecure, isn't she? Here we go. And they've moved. Okay. I think I need to grease the left pad on my remote controller. It's kind of sticking. Okay. This is bad. This is very bad. I'd better figure out what those crows are in Kieferberg and fast. Hi, doggy. Okay. Let's get this saved. Overwrite the save spot. Yes. All right. And make sure everything's still good to go over here. Good. And into the church we go. Check the bell tower. Get. The fragrant mountains. Be a great place to have coffee, I do say. Hello. Goodbye. I love that sound. It's nice to see you, Elise. You've heard about Athel, I presume. I only heard he was ill, but that's all. Oh, the poor lad. I can't bear looking at his little hands. What about them, Mrs. Dorothea? It's best you hear it from me, Elise, so you get the real story. You've been up all night, Lisbeth. We can tell her. Athel is fine now, as you can see. But last night I was awoken by him moaning, speaking nonsense. His fever was boiling him alive. We called
We called for Father Hans and brought him to church, but Apfel's never been so ill. I thought I'd lose him. He wasn't all there either, kept mumbling to himself, and I don't know how, but his hands are injured. It's horrifying, and they were so bloody. It's as if they were pecked at by something. I can't explain it.
Please collect yourself, Mrs. Lisbeth.
That's right, Miss Lisbeth. Take a deep breath. At first I thought he got the goat's sickness somehow, but it doesn't explain his hands or what happened to my goats. Oh, this is my disgrace. It's all right, Mrs. Lisbeth. We're here for you. It's all right. Oh, what about the goats? It must have been while we were praying for Apfel in the church. When Mrs. Lisbeth went to fetch him dry clothes, she happened about 2 of her goats lying on the ground. They bled to death. Their tongues had been ripped out and their heads were severed too.
You can rest assured we'll help you, Miss Lisbeth. I shall arrange for a doctor to come as soon as possible.
What am I to do with one sick goat, Father?
We'll make certain you and the children don't go without, Miss Lisbeth.
You're welcome to have supper with Finn and I any time, Lisbeth. Thank you, but I don't have the strength, Dorothea. Miss Dorothea will be looking after Apfel, Miss Lisbeth. You'd best go home and rest for the day. Of course. Father, thank you.
Come, I'll walk you and Apfel home.
I'm sorry, This is awful, Elise. I ought to pay them a visit later.
Whew.
It's one thing after another, isn't it? But first things first, I had to figure out how I'm going to get my hands on that key.
You could just ask them.
You look awful, Lepkachin. It's no wonder, is it? Seeing Apfel so ill had me worrying about him all night. Miss Lisbeth said he was mumbling to himself. He was having convulsions, speaking of the witch, too. Sounds like he's been listening to too much of old Jochin's nonsense, that's what. I think so, too. What about Apfel's hands? What was that about? I'd say he did that to himself. He was gripping his fists the entire time, so... Say, Lepkachin, if this is about last night, Elise, what else would it be about, Lev? I'm worried about you. They gave me a lecture is all. Mr. Gustav was very supportive of me, but Father Hans, he... Oh, that old geezer better not have. Father Hans isn't all there either, Elise. What do you mean, isn't all there? Old Jochin's very much convinced you saw those crows for a reason, and Father Hans is starting to believe him, I think. Oh, for goodness sake. I mean, they're not wrong. Be careful, Elise. There's only so much I can do for you.
I mean, here's the thing. She did do this. Like, I can't. I mean, friends are ride or die homies. Like, so of course Leb is gonna take Elisa's side, and so is Freya and Freya's family.
Any luck, Elise? No, I think I've lost it, Rozenmarine. Folks won't let me through at all, and Mr. Eugene will give me the key.
That's probably for the best, gonna be real.
Just use your own oven. You've got one in your backyard. I see. If you could somehow prepare it in there, Elise. I know. You do have that oven in the backyard, but that's true. Why don't we use that instead, Rozenmarine? No, I'd say those crows were trying to tell you something, Elise. By gathering in the windmill, huh? They're urging you to do it, that's for certain.
I don't think there's anything else I can do, Rozenmarine. Oh, she's so dumb. Why is she so dumb? Is everything all right, Mrs. Marley?
Oh, Elise, it's so horrifying. To think this would happen to Lisbeth of all people. All on her own, with 2 young children, too. Oh, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I haven't seen Groon all morning. I had a word with Mrs. Lisbeth early this morning. Groon was in tears. I couldn't bear the sight. It seemed they're going to be in class with Dorothea Lapkuchen. I'll see what I can do for them this afternoon, even if it's just keeping them company or entertaining Groon. Oh, I can only hope none of this misinformation gets sent my way. Misfortune. Oh, she's in trouble. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. So it doesn't look like we have any plans other than work right now. So we can just kind of puddle that around. Help Guido chop some wood. I do like the wood chopping. Marlin with the chickens. Let's go wood chop. But first, be gone, feather birdies.
Oh, I haven't had a proper night's sleep since Friday.
Elise here has been sleeping like an angel, I'd wager. Messing with me first thing in the morning, are you, Miss Bertha? My, there's hardly a need to threaten folks like that, Elise. How is that a threat, Mrs. Elma? You can tell us, Elise. There's no harm.
Eek, don't say it.
You were the one who knew about these crows. Why is that? Oh, yeah, that's not. Miss Bertha, Bertha's taking a liking to teasing us, Miss Odalie.
I suppose.
Truly, Bertha, this isn't the time. Why, I'm not teasing anyone. This is just a legitimate question. It doesn't matter who saw them first, Bertha. What matters is that they're here and they're not leaving no matter what we do.
This is an omen. This is an omen. That's what it is.
Come now, Odalie. Let's get you home. Good job. I did it. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. I've been struggling, I can't lie. Struggling, Mr. Tristan? Explaining all this to Jacob is no easy task, Elise. I've told him as little as I can about the horses, too. But Ethel getting that fever is a different story. I understand. These crows are a mystery, too. What did you see yesterday, Elise? Nothing much, Mr. Tristan. There were crows all about Mr. Eugene's horse last evening. That was all. They flew away after I got too close, then I ran back to town. We ought to have believed you, lass. All we can do now is keep our focus on the festival. Easier said than done, if I'm honest. It's one thing after another. I wonder if we'll last until Saturday. I do wonder about that. Hey, it's me boy. Ah, there you are, Elise.
You seem troubled, Mr. Ludwig.
I should make sure that everything's on. We got a little laggy there.
Okay. You seem troubled, Mr. Ludwig.
All of Kieferberg's troubled, lass. Now, can you do me a favor? Bertha and I are thinking of spending a week in Primeldorf after the festival.
In Primeldorf, Mr. Ludwig?
My daughter has been insisting we visit, you see. Seeing our grandchildren would be good for Bertha, too.
Why don't you visit more often, Mr. Ludwig?
It's such a long way to Primeldorf.
It's really not that far away.
Do me a favor, will you, Elise? Go ask Finn if he can look after my cabbages while I'm away.
Your cabbages?
Oh no, he's a cabbage merchant. He's the cabbage man. Oh no, he just got 10 times better. Oh, he just climbed up my list of favorite characters, like ranking. He just jumped right up there. They need daily tending to, and these crows aren't helping. It's true, they do like cabbage. But tell him he can't simply beat them with a hoe, you hear?
Why would he do such a thing?
Young lads are lazy, that's why.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so I need to find... Okay. Finn. I need to find Finn. I'm still struggling with figuring out. Are you Finn? You look... Nope, you're Guido. You're just who I need, Elise.
Is there anything I can help you with, Mr. Guido?
I don't have time to chop wood for the fireplace today, you see.
Maybe later. I might find some time later, Mr. Guido.
This is bad. Freya's got her hands full, too.
No, not Freya!
Best girl. Need to find Finn. With Jake the dog and Finn the human. Adventures never end, adventure time.
Say, Mr. Finn, I was talking to Mr. Ludwig and...
Not the cabbages. Not the cabbages.
Huh?
He asked you to help me look after his cabbages. I know all about it, lass. He's losing his mind.
What?
That man is obsessed with his cabbages. As he should be. He's been hounding me about them since yesterday.
Well, all right, but what do I tell him, Mr. Finn?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Whatever it takes to stop hearing about these wretched cabbages. Oh. It's okay, cabbages. It's okay, cabbages. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it, Mr. Cabbages. Several cabbages flourished on the field, nearly ripe enough to be picked. Listen, cabbage people are really passionate about their cabbages. Actually, cabbages are pretty versatile. I was so excited. So when you don't make a lot of money, you appreciate when you get free food. So we had some family friends who went and got us some of the Stuff My Truck packages, and they brought back these cabbage-shaped things, and I was so excited. I thought they were cabbages, but they weren't. They were more of a turnip radish type thing, and I tried to chop them up and season them and make them good, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't make them any good, and so we had to toss most of them. I was so heartbroken because I was going to make cabbage chips. I was so excited to make cabbage chips, and I didn't get to make cabbage chips. And that's the story of how I was sad that day. Right, we were going back to him about the cabbage news. You bring good news, I'm certain. It's like he was expecting it.
Mr. Finn said to leave it to him, Mr. Ludwig.
Atta girl, Elise. I knew if I just sent one more person.
I'm not the one who's looking after your cabbages, Mr. Ludwig.
You still did me a favor, didn't you? Look at him grin. He's so proud of himself. For your trouble.
Hey, I got a spiced wurst. You didn't have to, Mr. Ludwig, but thank you.
I'd best go tell Bertha our cabbages will be in good hands. Look at that. He's so pleased with himself. You can just tell. He's like, ha ha ha, ha ha. I knew one more swing and he would break. That's the kind of look my brother gets after he makes a really bad joke and then he's so pleased with himself. Gets so pleased with himself and I'm like, you just And then he just sits there grinning, pleased. There's no discernible reason why he should be pleased, but he is pleased. Okay, we went to these guys.
Oh, can't Saturday come any sooner? This week has brought us nothing but trouble. These crows are all about town, too. We ought to have believed you yesterday, Elise. It doesn't matter anymore, Mrs. Ariane. All that's keeping me in good spirits is the festival, if I'm honest. You've heard about Apfel, Elise. Poor boy. I'll ask Mrs. Lisbeth what I can do for her later. She hasn't had time to look after herself, I'd wager. Oh, I can't bring myself to smile on days like these. That reminds me, Heinrich's spending that night out there. Because of the crows, isn't it? Together with Eugene, I heard. Poor lad hasn't had time to come to terms with what happened yesterday. Eugene will be gone by Sunday, you can mark my words. Miss Wilma.
And down we go. I don't think there's anybody over here. You know, I'm pretty sure if she'd asked, they'd let her use the windmill.
Crows, crows, and more crows. They're everywhere, aren't they, Mrs. Marlin? We can only hope that I haven't broken into the chicken coop. Won't you go have a look for me, Elise?
I'm busy, Mrs. Marlin, chopping wood. Also, I don't really like the chicken game.
I'm sorry. I don't have the time right now. I guess I'll ask someone else to check on those hens.
I love, crows / ravens, and chickens are like the opposite birds.
He's not letting it go until this evening, but there's nothing more I can do, I suppose. I'll try talking to him later.
It's 1:04. We ought to have believed you last night, Elise.
That's all right, Mr. Gustav. I know it caught folks off guard.
I do wonder where those crows came from, though. Elise, I was hoping to have a word about Lepkichin. You owe that lass a piece of your very soul, Elise.
What do you mean, Mr. Gustav?
The poor lass stood up for you against Father Hans and old Jochen all evening.
Yes, I know.
You'd have been in for a real earful had it not been for her. Lepkuchin's a friend to keep, Elise. Don't take her for granted.
I don't, Mr. Gustav.
Old Jochen, huh? He's been rather vocal about these crows, too. Everything will be fine, folks. You'll see. Oh, he's so positive. Okay. Let's go chop some wood. Here we go. Oh, you're just who I needed, Elise. Is there anything I can help with, Mr. Guido? We did this already. I'll do it for you. Will you be on patrol, Mr. Guido? Standing guard by the windmill, lass. Someone has to keep those wretched crows out of our grain. You know what? Yeah.
Come on, Freya to chop this.
Okay, here we go. Get some water. Slip glass to that coffee. Okay, here we go. A chop, B kick. Here we go. Here we go. Yep, that was on me. Oh gosh, I don't know why. Wow, this is not going well. Okay. Gosh dang it. That went better than the last round. Not the best. I still got an A rank. Nah, we're good. Okay. Aren't you a godsend? Here you go, Elise, for your time. Thank you, Mr. Guido. Okay. Okay. I had pretzels. I must have eaten them all. Okay. It's best you start confessing, Dorothea. My mother's sin passes on to her child, you know. Oh, for goodness sake. Why, it's a fact, Elise. What you ought to do, Dorothea, is wear your rosary all 9 months. Oh, I will, but Brunhild, What about Miss Brunhild? She's been doing these divinations. It's an old wives' tale and whatnot. Still, Elise, it could be harmful if she goes too far. With these witches' nonsense about town, too. It may have been who brought all these crows even. Oh, for goodness sake, Mrs. Lauralee. Honestly, Lauralee, we can't go around making accusations left and right. She would never do such a thing, Miss Lauralee. All right, all right. You don't have all pants on me like that. Sorry, Muffy, I don't have what you want. Okay. Boom, 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 ba, boom, 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 ba, dum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba. They've had their fill, I'd wager. The crows, Mr. Guido? They've been circling the windmill all morning, the bastards. Yet they haven't come for the grain even once. If they haven't attempted until now, who's to say, Elise? We can't leave the windmill. That's what. No, I was saying that maybe now they're not coming for the grain because we're here. I'm certain they'd come diving down the moment we left. I'd wager. That's a given. I suppose. Good. My suspicion is down to 0 once more. Okay. Let's... Okay, nothing down here. What time is it? It's about 1:13. She'd be better off marrying Eugene, I'd say. Marrying Mr. Eugene? Oh, Bertha's jesting, Elise. You have to agree, Marlin. They're about the same age, too. You can't be talking about Mrs. Lisbeth. Who else would I be talking about, Elise? No, we can't stop spreading this nonsense about town, you hear? It's far from nonsense. Those children need a proper father. Eugene's leaving first thing next Monday, anyhow. Maybe he should take her and the kids with. A big mistake, if you ask me. I mean, or he, if they are, could be a thing. I don't know if they feel that way about each other, but I'm not too certain about Eugene myself, but I must agree, poor Elizabeth would be better off now that once she's remarried. I mean, not really, but maybe back in this time period, yeah. It's a good thing Apfel's feeling better, Elizabeth. No use in brooding. No use in brooding now. It'll only wear you out even more. I can't help but worry. Mr. Bernhard is right, Miss Lisbeth. Even so, you must keep an eye on the children. How's your horse, Eugene? Tired still. Poor thing's lying about in the hay. So are my goats. To think someone would do such a thing. I've been keeping calm, not wanting to rile folks up, but you've been too calm, I'd say. Cursing Kiefberg to hell won't bring my horses back, Bernard. Someone ought to have done it. That's all I have to say. I must say I'm starting to understand how these old folks feel. Mrs. Lisbeth? It's certainly easier to believe there's a witch, isn't it? Yeah. It's coming along, I suppose. Kieferberg's maypole leans clumsily to the side, still stripped of its main decorations. It's rather tricky now that we don't have Eugene's horses. You could lend us a hand, Freya.
Elise!
Oh, Elise, won't you tell Papa to stop before he... Huh? Freya's as strong as I am, believe it or not.
Looking rather flustered, are you, Freya? Because he makes it sound as if I'm a...
I'd say it's an asset, not a fault, Freya.
I'm not that strong anyhow.
I must say, I'm curious to see that now, lass.
Don't pressure her, Heinrich. Wait, really? Oh, but even I would like to see how strong she is. All right. How's this then?
Oh, what a proud papa. I can't believe it.
Gustav weighs as much as a horse, but look at that.
She barely broke a sweat, too. That's my daughter.
Not in front of Elise, too. Huh?
This is the kind of cheer Kieferberg needs.
Truly, I'm tired of hearing about this witch.
Okay.
We are just talking about you, dearie. Me, Mrs. Matchtilt? Oh, Elise, aren't you scared of these crows? They're more of a nuisance, I'd say. See, Brunhild, Elise doesn't let it get to her. Oh, but there's so many. They haven't attacked anyone, have they? No, not at all. They're just hopping about town, it seems. It certainly is strange, but I don't think there's much harm. You don't think there's a witch in town, Mrs. Matchtilt? I'm old enough to know such things don't exist, Brunhild. Truly, Mrs. Brunhild, you can't listen to these old folks. Oh, I suppose it's true.
She must be the town ditz. I kind of love her, though. Okay, what do we got in the shop? How can I help you, darling? Boop, boop. 3. Okay. Let's see. Roast turkey. Selling. Sell. Buying. Couldn't hurt to have. Okay. What do I have in my inventory? Okay, grape juice. So I have that. So 3 hearts, 2 acorns. Okay, got 2 breads. There. A hearty soup and 2 hearts. So we'll save that. Acorns. Okay. Okay, so we could probably use a few more bandages, maybe. Let's go get food first. Oh, baby, he got so sick. Okay. Yeah, I think we should get to the point where we call it for the day. But first, let's buy some bread. Oh, how do you know, itty bitty granny?
What can I do for you today, dearie?
Buying. Okay. Let's see. So 12. Okay, we'll just buy a bunch of bread. Nope. We're good on that. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Meet Lepkachin by the bakery. Kiss the rat with the kids. Help Wilma with the chickens. Okay. I'm actually gonna go play with the kids. I'm not sure what good it'll do. Couldn't hurt though. All right, we'll play with the kids and then we'll call it for the week. This is tiring, Rozenmarine.
Asking about town, you mean? No, I don't think we can count on that.
I should have chosen my words a little more carefully, I suppose.
That's all right, Elise. We'll find a way.
It's a little too late for that, Rozenmarine. If only I can turn back time and attempt it again.
Either way, Elise, folks are rather restless.
You haven't been asking about town yourself, have you?
No, of course not.
All right, well, I'll call for you if I need you.
I'll be here, Elise.
And I think I'll bake some bread today. That sounds good. You should weave in more blue flowers, Linda.
Oh, didn't we leave the maple to Freya this year?
Freya clearly has better taste anyhow.
I don't remember inviting you to this conversation, lassie. Come now, Mrs. Wilma. Freya's not even finished with it yet.
I'd say she'd be sad if you changed it without telling her, Miss Wilma.
Why, I'd never do such a thing.
I trust her judgment. I'm having her lend a hand with the wreaths, too. So you can find even more faults in her work, I see.
I haven't asked you for a hand for a reason. It's best we keep calm.
Okay, so let's finish up here. Oof. Go play with the kids and call it for a day. Father Hans out and about. Whoa, this is an honor. An honor, good sir, I tell you.
Don't go losing your wits like that, Odalie.
It may be best to rest for the rest of the day, Miss Odalie. Is everything all right?
Eek!
What's gotten into her? Odalie's terrified of the crows, Elise.
Oh, Jochen's right. It's that lassie and her cousin.
Oh, for goodness sake.
This isn't good for you, Odalie. Think about your health. Your heart can't take much more. Oh, but I can't settle down, Marley.
The Lord is with Kieferberg. We must not forget that. You ought to put your faith in him, Miss Odalie.
That's right, Odalie. You can't get swayed by whatever old Jochen says. Do I look like a witch to you, Miss Odalie? Oh, I wouldn't know, lass. What do you mean you wouldn't know?
Don't rile her up, Elise.
We'll take care of her. Don't you worry, dearie.
This must be Wilhelm with the chickens. Okay, we talked to them earlier. So I think we can go play with the kids. Ignore Muffy, because I don't have what she wants. And frankly, I don't feel like raising suspicion after I just got it back down. Also, I want to see if Muffy will actually just walk up to me. Okay. Let's save quick. Play with the kids, and then we'll call it. Blum, blum. Yep. 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 All right. And
There she is, catch her.
huh? Come play Kiss the Rat with us, Elise.
Aren't you sick, Aphel?
Not anymore. I've been at home resting all day.
Aphel hates Kiss the Rat, but he can watch us.
Oh, please, Elise, please.
All right, for goodness sake. You don't have to beg.
Hooray, hooray. Hurry up, I want to go play hide and seek next. Yes.
Gross, I don't want to kiss the stinky rat anywhere near me.
Okay, here we go. Okay, blue pass, yellow pass. All right, let's give it a go. Blue pass, yellow pass. Okay. Oopsie. Okay. Okay, I can handle a bee. No. I don't have the money to play again, even if I wanted to.
Oh, Jacob, you messed it up. We almost had her.
It's not my fault, Groon.
You can take this, Elise. You deserve it more than Jacob.
I barely won. I have to get better at this game. Oh, children. Okay. Yeah, I didn't feed her. I didn't have what it took to feed her. Okay, items. Let's get our girl fed. Let's go. Okay. And we'll go get a leprechaun. There we go. And Granny. Okay, buying. Gonna buy some of that. All right. all done there. And give her some of that. Eat. There we go. Okay. And get back in here. La 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 la. Okay, ask Eugene about the key, help Marley chop some wood, help Elma with the apples. No dates right now. Okay. I do prefer the apples, but I also like the wood. Yeah. Okay, let's also have her eat a bread, maybe? Yeah, we'll eat a bread. Here we go. And we'll save it, and we will call it for the day. Boink, boink. Okay. Oh, big stretch, big stretch. Alrighty. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching. We made a lot of headway today. Like, it was a pretty long stream. So I will see you guys. I believe I'm busy next Monday. One sec. All right. I will see you guys next Tuesday. I'm not working this, or I work this Thursday, so I won't be doing streams at all. But I will be back for next Tuesday, Easter Tuesday. And we will be continuing Little Goody Two Shoes. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. We could have, stopped all these horrible things from happening, but Elise just didn't want to. So that's what we're going to roll with. We're in for the ride now, and there's no backing out. Nope, none. I just realized my hands are on the desk. I should put a controller in those. That'd be probably the best. Alrighty. What is it? Should control. There we go. I can. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Tuesday. And I believe, okay, so my thing this week got moved to next week. So it will be a 10:30 a.m. stream. Okay, thank you. Bye. Mwah. Bye. And whoop. And